Making your way in the world today takes everything you've got. Taking a break from all your worries sure would help a lot. Wouldn't you like to get away? Sometimes you wanna go where everybody knows your name, and they're always glad you came. You wanna be where you can see our troubles are all the same. You wanna be where everybody knows your name.
Oh, man.
You wanna go.
That's classic right
Happy Devils Thursday! This is the Let's Go Devils podcast post-game, Devils post-game. I'm your host, Sam Wu, here with Scotty from SiriusXM, Liquid Metal, streaming live on Facebook Live, Twitter, Periscope, YouTube Live, and Twitch on the Primetime Radio Network. The Devils maul the Bruins up in Boston 3-2. Kyle Palmieri, who predicted it? Scotty, you predicted
Thank
it
you.
at the end of the
Thank
last
you.
post game. Two goals.
Two goals. Two
Woo!
goals.
Excellent.
I mean, this is also the second time I predicted it, so I can't really take full credit for it, but this time it worked. This time it worked.
Oh, totally.
Huge win for the Devils. Just a quick recap. No scoring in the first. Kyle Palmieri, his first and second goals to start off the second period. DeBrusque comes back after Palmieri gives up a bad turnover, unassisted. Pavel Zacha with the spin-a-rooney wrist shot.
Woo!
Spectacular for his fourth. And then McAvoy added a very late goal for Boston when they were on the power play and had already pulled their goaltender. So, big win for the New Jersey Hockey Devils. 3-2. And by the way, 3 stars of the game, Palms, Blackwood, and Pavel Zacha, who you made some good comparisons last postgame. You were talking about Pavel Zacha looking like Dinas Zubris. Zubris, maybe when he was on the Capitals playing with Ovechkin. That's what Pavel Zacha's looked like lately. Man, that spin around. Well, first off, Will Butcher looking good. Set that play up. Gives it to Zacha, and, he's got the wherewithal to actually pull off that little spin move there. Feed it over to Janssen, and then, still stay in the play. I guess that's something that's always been, a problem with Pavel is he didn't stay in the play. Now this time he did. He found himself wide open for a give and go, and boom, buries it. Woo!
Oh, yeah.
Baby.
Yeah, and, this was the test we were talking about last Tuesday night. The Devils did beat the Rangers. It was very impressive how prepared they were, shaking off all the rust, if any, right? And you put me, you humbled me a little bit when you said, well, we got Boston on Thursday. What do you think now, Scotty? What do you think now?
I was impressed. I got to say, the thing that impressed me the most was our 5-on-5 play. We've talked about it many times. The Devils are a strong 5-on-5 team. It's almost to the point where there are a couple times where I'm like, we don't really need to take the penalty. That's okay. You just keep your guy. We'll just play 5-on-5. Don't worry about it. You don't have to be shorthanded. It's okay. Don't worry. All right. We can still do the clock and the paperwork and everything. But we prefer to be 5-on-5 because they were incredible. I think Kenny Albert, again, back on the call with Dano, still wishing well to our man, Steve Cangelosi. Hopefully one of these days we'll get Kanji on here for a nice interview. But I believe Kenny remarked, I think it was at a minute 39, the Devils had a shift in the first period in Boston's zone. Like, they took it to them in that first period. And then as soon as they got a power play, Boston immediately got a shorthanded 2-on-1 chance going the other way. Mac Black bailed us out, and I think at one point it was 7 minutes without a shot from the Bruins. that's doing something good. And Pasta's back. It's not like Pasta wasn't playing tonight. He was back. Someone got hurt from them. I can't remember off the top of my head, but still, the defense played really, really well. And you know what? It's nice to see. We had talked about it. Oh, we'll just ease Ty Smith in. Oh, we'll just see how he goes. Oh, I don't want to put too much pressure. He's already top line Ty right now. Him and Severson are playing the top minutes, and it's been so good for PK as well. Even though PK had a couple misadventures tonight, but it keeps PK, I think, out of those top line minutes and into that secondary complementary role, which is for him at this point in his career, I think is the perfect spot for him.
Don't do too much, BK. And I will also reiterate, because, some people make fun of me when I say this, but I'll tell you, with the 56
Who makes fun
game,
of Sam Wu?
A lot of people. But I will say this, though. This is how important this game is, right? East Division opponent, right?
Yep.
2 solid points. You did not give away a point to the opponent. It's a regulation win, and against a top-tier division-leading team like the Boston Bruins. That's 2 out of 3, folks. That's 2 out of 3. And Boston is a very, very, very good team this season. So if I were to use this as kind of like a measuring stick, just where we're at, the Devils can play up to the level of the elite in the Eastern Conference. Now, how do they do we know how they do against basement teams like Buffalo and the New York Rangers, but how will they fare against the Flyers or the Capitals? And
the Islanders
and the Islanders as well. They split one before earlier,
right?
So
but they're not going away.
That first game,
Islanders are there to stay. Yeah.
But that first game, Wedgwood was thrown into the fire just like that. It wasn't fair assessment. But I don't want to be a Homer fan. We should give the Islanders a lot of credit. We know their GM is very, very good. By the way, Periscope, there's a lot of people watching, so welcome.
Hey,
Facebook
now.
Live,
What's up, Periscope?
There's a lot of people watching. YouTube Live, there's a lot of people watching. And I'm sure
Remember,
have more than 2 people.
You can comment now, YouTube Live. You can comment. We've unlocked the comments. We figured it out.
Yeah, we figured it out. And
look at this, too. Big thing here, Sam Wu. The Devils right now are 6-3-2, 14 points. But they've only played 11 games. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. 14 points, 11 games, +1 on the goal differential. That's always huge as well. Pittsburgh is, they got their big stars, but they got 4 more games played, only 3 more points. I like the way we have been. This is where I expect us to kind of be. I know we're not in that elite yet, but we're not down in the complete basement. We're going to be a tough team to play against, and I really do believe that this team, if they stick together like this, and we all know, hey, we've already had our team completely shut down for how many days in mid-season, so who knows what's going to happen for the rest of the go here. But if they play with this compete, this fast, this is what we heard. We discussed this many times as well. We heard about the fast, attacking, supportive in the John Hines era, but it took Lindy Ruff to come along for it to actually start happening here. Yeah, and now with Lindy, you just see this team responding, and they're growing before our eyes. I mean, how many? I know me personally, I've said I was like, Pavel Zacha. I mean, this has got to be it. Like it's put up or shut up time. With him, and he's really he's been putting up. He's on the post game right now. I can't hear what he's saying because I got to mute it. Maybe I should put the captions on. That would have been the smart thing to do. But anyway, I really like his game. He's been complimentary, and we had talked about does he need someone like Gusev always with him? Well, the Goose hasn't been loose. Goose not playing, so he's performing without that as well. We're starting to see him becoming that complimentary player for others. And man, I think you nailed it with the Dinah Zubris. Early year Zubris right there.
It's
I think
about
that's a
winning
great
the
comparison.
battles. It's about winning the battles in the corners. One of the things about Zubris, statistically, he had decent numbers, nothing glorious, but decent numbers. But there's something about big forwards that know how to skate, that have soft hand skill, that can win those battles in the corners. If you remember Victor Kozlov years ago, Lou Lamoriello made the trade, big centerman, had concussion issues, whatever. The difference between Zubris and Kozlov was Kozlov just got beaten in the corners. He didn't have that edge. And that frees up your wingers if you're a centerman. If you're on the wing, it frees up your centerman and the other winger, and it creates havoc, absolute havoc in front of the net. And you know what? His wrist shot, man, is very impressive, Zaka. His speed, his confidence, maybe a changing coach from Hines to Nazardine to Lindy Ruff, getting that confidence. Dinas Zubris played with Lindy Ruff at some point in his career. I'm seeing the same things, and that's why I was really, really trying to point that out. And if I'm going to say something
smart.
I'm going to say something here. I'm going to say something here.
Oh boy!
If you remember
Lordy.
If you remember from 2005, from 2005 to 2008, the Buffalo Sabres in the new NHL, Chris Drury, Danny Briere, they also have Thomas Vanek, his rookie season. Some of the speed, skill, hard to the net.
Is that Marty Baron up in goal at that time?
He was probably it was definitely Ryan Miller. Ryan Miller was probably a rookie.
Ryan Miller. You're right.
Ryan Miller,
you're right. Okay.
And just the way that team played, I'm seeing a lot of similarities in there. It's exciting. It's definitely exciting. But defensively, Mac Black, let's talk about goaltending. Did you see early in the first period, and I'm going to ask Facebook Live, Twitter Periscope, YouTube Live, Twitch.
Ask everybody.
Did you see in the first?
I want everybody.
I'm going to ask you, Scotty. Did you see in the first period where there was, I forgot which player, which Bruin had it was around near the post area where it was just him and Blackwood. But Blackwood, his positioning, like you look at it, it's like, where is he going to shoot? The guy's so big. Where is he going to shoot? Like, it compensated for a defensive lapse there, and he had nowhere to shoot. He just had to shoot into his pads, and Blackwood makes the save. On we go. And just having that big goaltender like that, it's, again, I'll make a comparison. Sean Burke, back in the late 80s, just that big goaltender that would go into the butterfly. Again, we've been so spoiled with Martin Brodeur, with his generous size, being, a hybrid. But right now, Mac Black, I can't even see an opening half of the times. The only way to beat Mac Black right now is to get him to go side to side or get a rebound where he's out of position. When he's in position and he's square to the puck, it's virtually there is nothing to see behind him. And you can see it on TV. Check the replay out. It's pretty amazing what's going on here.
It's nice seeing him back in goal. Wedgwood, did a hell of a job, and we're not going to take anything away from him. But having Mac Black back in goal there, it's just. I think it also gives the team a little more confidence too. You're right. He's a big presence out there. He takes up a lot of space. And I've been liking what I've been seeing. He's picked up right where he's left off, and the defense has been solid. And also, actually, you were saying, I want to say hi to everyone out there I have the Facebook page up here. I got Omar and Cheryl and Daniel and Vinny and Charlie and Michael and Benny. Stay out of the box. Craig. YouTube Live. Who's on YouTube Live? Give me some names.
Tony P says, we want the cup. Devils
Tony
hockey.
P.
It says, huge win. Devils making noise. Whistler says, great win. Happy for Zaka and Palms. And I got this Bruins fan that I've been talking to for a while. His name is Braden. Yeah? He wants to come on and say good things about the Devils from a Bruins standpoint, but
Well, comment
I'm
away,
getting.
Braden. We'd like to put it in the comment section
No,
for right now. We're not.
he's direct. He's DMing me right now. It's like
Oh,
this long list or whatever. I kind of know him, and he's cool. Like he's not one of those Homer fans, but I don't know
well,
if like one of those.
maybe on a future. Yeah, maybe on a future show when we're doing all the calls and everything like that, which we're gonna do
Yeah,
more of that, by the way. We have some secrets, just a little inside information. We have some secrets that we're not giving away that we're gonna be able to do a lot more fun stuff with everybody and be a lot more interactive soon. Technology is advancing, and that's all we'll say. But maybe a more advanced trivia like we did last time.
yeah.
Maybe we'll pull
Well,
off some different
We're
things.
trying. I got
Oh, we're
text
trying. Don't
Braden
worry.
back.
We
It's
won't. We
it's
won't. We won't spoil anything. But in the future, this might be something that we can do. Have
Oh,
you guys join us maybe for post games and stuff like that in discussion in the near future.
yeah, like post game trash talk videos. These videos were from 2004. These are not recent videos. It just happened to snow today, but these are because Shorts guy was having problems with his laptop, and we were talking about hard drives. I was like, yeah, I remember these videos from a hard drive, like this one. It's pretty funny actually. I don't think I changed one bit in the last 15 years.
No, I think you still have those sweatpants as well. Although they
Yeah.
do look ripped up the inseam there, so I don't know what's might be some issues.
Oh my
just
goodness.
a solid game all around though from the Devils. Love to hear your guys' feedback. Benny saying stay out of the box. Charlie's saying not even gonna worry about taking the penalties after the way they played tonight. So okay. I'm not a big fan of the penalties, but still, overall, defense was solid. Power play was not too good. Lots of great 5-on-5 play. Lots of really good stuff coming from the second and third line. We talked about that. Well, now the third line is our old fourth line is kind of turned into our third line there. Mikey McLeod, Beer Baron's very excited. Bryce did a nice little piece on him with his face-off wins, which is huge because our team still suffers on face-off. I got to look at the old stat sheet here for our face-offs and see how we did tonight. We were where's face-off? 39%. Wow, 39%. So almost 61 for Boston. That's not good. 0 for 4 on the power play. Boston was 2 for 3.
Well, do you think
good hits, good blocks?
getting Zajac? Do you think getting Zajac and Heischer back will help that percentage?
Well, we're gonna hope so. I mean, Travis was playing before, and it was still struggling. But right now, I think Mike McLeod has been really kind of leading the pack. We're hoping. That's another thing. Let's hope that Travis does just, kick into a little bit more regular, normal Travis Zajac form with some of those faceoffs, and Nico coming back. We want to see him, real soon. Oh, I can't wait to see some Nico on the ice. See how good we're playing now. Imagine when we get Nico back as well.
Oh, I know.
Woo,
I mean, the big three: Jack Hughes, Nico Heischer, and Travis Zajac down the middle. We're missing 2 out of 3 right there. I mean, if you want to count the fourth line,
you got Klokanen, you got McLeod, we got a lot of strength down the center, which is always good. Shift these guys to wing. Hey, someone gets booted from the playoff circle, from the face-off circle. You have another centerman likely out there on the wing. Then so it works very well. It works very well to have all these centermen. It's we need help in the face-off circle, so why not have more?
Well, I think it's really apparent that Lindy Ruff, his team, so far, I'm loving his coaching because it seems like it doesn't matter how many players go down, the next one steps up, is filling the void and making a name for themselves. It seems like the players are happier. It seems
No,
like
Butcher.
the players, yeah. Yeah.
Looks good again tonight. Solid.
You know, I
Made
mean,
that play on the Zaka goal.
and you know what that does? It's going to elevate like Ryan Murray's game, PK's game, because if these guys are trying to make a name for themselves,
Sammy is back.
Sammy's back. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this
crowded.
is
Like that.
getting. I'm telling you, and with all these pieces now, yesterday on the State of the Fan Address, we had Jim Dowd on. Homegrown New Jersey Devils. We titled it, Homegrown Jersey Devils, and Nick asked the question, right now the Devils are looking great, but during trade deadline, are the Devils going to be buyers? Are they going to be sellers? Or what are you thinking, right? And this is what Jim said. He said, right now, let it be. Let this team be. There's no need because, and
don't bring in a Taylor Hall like we did before that want to win now. We're building players. We have a good nucleus. Do not go and just. I don't think Fitz would do that. I just don't think he would do that.
No, what? I wouldn't even trade assets right now because you know what?
You need them.
You're going to need them.
Who knows who's going to go back into protocol?
And this is what Jim Dowd said. In 2 or 3 years from now, you're going to need those assets to get a Taylor Hall when the time is right. Right now, keep it as is. And I think that's a great idea. And you know what? Let's enjoy, the process. Remember, trust the process and all that kind of stuff. But let's just enjoy. Hey, we suffered for a while now, but now it's all starting to come together. Things happen for a reason. John Hines is not here anymore. It's now Lindy Ruff's team. And hey, we're kind of, we're still a sleeper team, but I think the NHL teams are going to be noticing that this Devils team is no slouch, that they can roll 4 lines and play well defensively.
Yeah. And I mean, if there is any moves that they would make, maybe some of the people on the last year of their contract, I don't think Zajac is going to want to be moved, but who knows, but if he wants something like that for his last year, if we know that the Devils, hey, they're just going to come up short in the playoff run, or, maybe there is more injuries to happen. Who knows what's ahead this season? Like we said, we've already been shut down for, 16 days or something. So, maybe then getting like some draft picks or some other younger prospects in that way. But I don't see like the big flashy splash type of thing. I just see like the smart moves to keep stockpiling players and prospects and people who are under control. And, because in a few years, we're going to have some really big names that we're going to need to sign. So,
and also, Scotty,
top line tie is coming.
The main thing, Scotty, is we got to have a winning mindset and a winning culture. And sometimes trading these assets will come off as, hey, we threw in the towel. You know what? If there's a good deal, take it, Fitzy. But for right now, hey, we've got all the leverage. We've got all the assets that anybody would want right now. We got a young team, a team that's growing. And, and now, do you see I have a question. This is a random question. And don't kill the questioner, but that hit that
oh boy.
That hit Janssen took kind of blindsided. Do you think
the
that was a
penalty?
Hit? Yeah.
I think the boys reacted to it, and I think I don't mind them kind of clearing things up like that. He was probably amped up. Maybe he wouldn't have done that because he just got knocked before that. I think he was just amped up. He tried to make his way around to get shoulder. Not like he really hit him in the back, but I think that's a little bit of just like in the moment of the game kind of deal, just being pumped up. But I like the way, they responded and they got in their face. And there was a couple scrums tonight. Palms was in a couple of those scrums. What was it? Who was going after Hughes? Someone went up high on Hughes. in the third period. I don't know, I was kind of having had a heck of a work day. So the third period, I was kind of listening as I was like typing away on my laptop over here, like behind me, kind of like constantly turning around to like catch up what was happening. But I think I can't remember who it was that went up high on Jack Hughes. But Palms got right in there, and like I don't mind that. Like they're just playing, they're being rough. I don't think they really went too overboard.
I know the NHL they changed the rules a couple of years ago to kind of avoid that the concussion issue, that some of the hits that Scott Stevens did years ago, which was completely legal, would be illegal now. And I thought it was a little bit blindside. I mean, me personally, I think it's fine, but I'm just trying to read the rules or not. That's why I was asking.
Oh, yeah. Dano was actually commenting on it too in the game, talking about it, and I think he kind of said the same way. It is something. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. No. I mean, it should have been called. You're right, but I think it was. Yeah.
But they wasn't were consistent about it.
Yeah. I mean, but I think on his part, I think it was kind of just in the moment of the game. We had some good points up here though. Sammy had some good clears in the third period. Christopher Ray Patton. This is a great one too. This is an easy one from Danny. They are so much fun to watch. They are. This team is so good. Stay the course, Benny says. No trades. Now who's really hating Ruff? Nobody. I don't know. People were not happy with Lindy. I guess he wasn't the sexy choice out there. When all the coaching vacancies. But I'm pretty happy so far with what we got. Severson should hate him out again. Matt Junio, Ty looked great. Top line, Ty Smith. It's happened already. It only took like 2 weeks. Look at that. And we were all like, oh, he's a man. Look at that. Boom. Already up there. Looking very nice with Severson. Shaking and baking. Getting that puck through. We talked about that a lot too. Just his shot, for some reason, it just finds its way through traffic and gets to the goaltender. He's got good eyes. He's got good hands. Good feet too. He's got that good, quick first move where he can get out of the way and avoid defenders or forwards coming at him at the point. I've noticed that a bunch of times. He just kind of does a little stutter step, almost like a running back doing a little juke, like poo poo, and like he's just by him. And then he's quick. He'll see like a quarterback. He'll just see the defense and he'll make up his mind and he'll either put it through and get it to the net or he's got to pass. I mean, he's just been really, really solid so far.
Absolutely.
What's up there, Vinny? They're not squeezing the sticks, Danny says. That's right. Nicholas, your boy called that over here. Those Palms 2 goals. That's right. Fortune teller, Scotty. It only took me 2 times to get that one right. Like I said.
Hey, Scotty.
Hey, Sam. What's up?
Somebody had to talk to us, so I have. You're on with Sam and Scotty. Who is this?
Yeah, how you doing? I'm on the live, the whole thing live.
No, it's some guy who can't go down to his basement. He's got a call from his upstairs. Is that who it is over there? Huh?
I mean, I got a call. I got a call from the upstairs because I can't go down to the basement anymore because Mom's gonna yell at me.
Why'd you go jump into a harbor? Your Bruins lost.
You know what? They got lucky tonight. Okay, we're the top team in the East for a reason. Your Palmieri guy over there, he's not even that good, but he scored 2 lucky goals tonight. You guys got lucky, and that's the end of the story.
Oh, is this Braden?
Oh, no, you're talking to your mother. Who do you think it is?
I don't know. I couldn't tell if this was Beer Baron or if this was I thought this was Beer Baron for a second coming through.
You know what? I can't hold up with the bit. I can't do it. Sam and I had this great idea.
Whoa. No. You had this great idea, and you know what's funny? So we were trying to figure out a name for Beer Baron to call in with, and he asked Nikki. He asked Nikki what the name should be. You went to school around up there. What kind of names do they have up there?
Well, you know, it's funny. Sam was like, "Oh yeah, never mind." He goes, "Yeah, I don't know." He goes, "Scotty already knows or something like that." I'm like, "God damn it!" Well,
I tried to. You can't get anything by Scotty. He's too professional. That's the problem. He knows.
Yeah.
Well,
actually,
I did.
Yeah, had me a second there at the end. I was like, wait a minute, maybe this isn't someone doing a bad Boston accent, and that is someone actually talking on the line here for a second.
You know what? Honestly, though, so we were gonna try and do that, but and then I was gonna break into a whole Michael McLeod thing, and then kind of eventually tell you that it was me. But irregardless, I did want to call in tonight because I didn't have a chance to set up and do the show with you guys, but I have to give you kudos, Scotty. That Palmieri guarantee finally came through, and that was one hell of a game tonight.
Yeah, if you keep saying it over and over again, eventually it will happen, and then you could just reek in all the glory of it. But yeah, it was Palms looked really good.
Guy that's been talking up Mikey McLeod for the last 5 years.
Hey, he's looked good as well. I mean, really solid. Again, getting in the face of people tonight. Good in the face-off circle. Besides Palm's, kind of empty-headed giveaway there on the first Boston goal, he had a really good game. Sticking up for Jack Hughes, getting into some of those scrums. But those two shots, man, that looked like Kyle Palmieri there. That backhand too. Oh, yeah. Nico with the backhand around. Oh man, I'm Nico. Jack Hughes with the backhand around. Woo!
That was ridiculous. Well, first of all, I have to say this team. I don't know who you said. You said somebody before. I was watching on Twitter. One of the many platforms that we're able to watch our podcast on. And you said that somebody was saying that it's just fun to watch this team again, and it's so true. It's like I enjoy, normally the last couple of years they would have a lead against a team like the Bruins, and my stomach would start to turn because it was like, all right, so when are we going to blow this in the third? And this team, it's completely different. There's a confidence that you can see on the ice. There's a confidence that even as a fan you can start to feel because you're not waiting for the game to get blown. You know what I mean? Like it's not going to end in a bad way. And you just see guys out there playing with these rookies playing with the confidence of you said Ty Smith, like how he little stutter steps out, and just sets up these plays. It's crazy. And it's cool because you can see Lindy Ruff is really putting a lot of confidence into Maltsev, into Kokanen, and all these young guys that they're putting them out there in these high pressure situations. I think it's pretty cool.
Were you about to break into a Christopher Walken there? I heard it's crazy. Man, this guy, Ty Smith.
Oh, man, I can't believe he's so good. Sometimes maybe for you it'll score a goal, but other times setting up plays only for you.
Oh,
that would have been another night. We should have done that. We should have said Christopher Walken, super fan, Devil super fan, calling in. Just give away a bit.
Yeah, that I would. Oh my God, that I would trip out for. That would be something.
Yeah.
Hello, guys.
But overall, it was a great night. Well, anyways, hey, listen, I'll let you boys go. But thanks for amusing me for the night there, Sam. I appreciate it.
Oh, no problem. Did you see the videos in the beginning of the podcast? We had a little flair.
Yeah. Well, first of all, I thought you filmed that today, but
no, that was like 16 years ago.
Anymore.
Yeah,
it's like today. But yeah.
All right. Well, thanks,
I'll talk to you later.
All right. Thanks.
All right, bro.
That is Beer Baron.
It was about 70 degrees by me today, so unfortunately I can't really relate to all the snow. Sorry, guys. Maybe if I went to Big Bear or Mammoth for the weekend or something like that.
If you ever rub that in again, Scotty, I'm going to make a video.
Oh, my God. Everybody out there, I love in our group text, the boys here will be complaining about the snow and it being -2, and I'll just screenshot like my weather app where it says like 72 in February, and I'll just be like, man, it's rough out here. Damn. But yeah,
So-
Benny hit the nail on the head too. Can't wait for Saturday's game. Excited.
So YouTube Live, Jose says the boys were buzzing. Devils hockey said march on, hit Hughes high. Michael B says the only way I trade Palms or Goose is if they aren't going to stay or they want a lot of money. Just reading some comments in the YouTube Live because we got our comment section back. How's that?
Yeah,
it's
and
great.
that would be and that would be the thing. Are you not going to sign Palms? Then yeah, okay, then maybe you can shop them. But I mean, at the same time, if you're making a playoff run as well, you may not want to do that. Nikita Gusev, right now, his stock is not very high. So, I'd say, right now, I would say stand pat. And if you get some insane offers, much like we got for Blake Coleman from Tampa Bay, then, okay, we'll see. You want to talk business? Okay, but otherwise, I can't see Fitzy like out there trying to do the same thing that Ray made the mistake on and bringing in like a Taylor Hall, someone who wants to win now, someone who's going to force the rebuild to like stop and just try to jump forward, 2 or 3 years. So that's my take. I'm probably completely wrong, but whatever. That's my take on it.
Well, Scotty, this weekend we got back-to-back games.
This weekend.
Yeah, we're
Saturday and Sunday.
We're doing Devils post game again, right? You're available, right? Yeah,
I am.
Awesome.
Well, that's early. That game starts 9. That's even like before like football time. That's like college football time for me out here. 9:30 it says on my app. 9:30 on Saturday, and then what do we got? Is it a what time are we on Sunday? Are we at night on Sunday?
You know what? Let me look at the schedule again.
It says 4:00. Wow, I guess Sunday is a Sunday night game. 7:00 start. For a second there, I thought it was. I guess maybe that's NBC. Maybe that's on NBC. Ooh, are we gonna wear our green jerseys? Oh no, it's at Washington. Never mind. We won't be wearing our green for that.
So
I can't remember all the dates.
And the Caps. So we're probably going to have we'll probably run our Sunday programming as after the game. Right?
As per normal, yeah. As per normal, yeah. After the game, yeah. As soon as the game ends, we'll do. We'll go into our post game, but it'll be like our regular podcast. Whenever it starts, or whenever the game ends.
Yeah. So, and we're gonna continue. I'm gonna continue to do the Woo. Yep, I'm doing the Woo report again. So it's kind of like a midday. Hey, you're working from home. You're stuck at work. You're kind of bored. You're having your lunch. I have my lunch too. I had some tortilla chips and some salsa as I was doing the Woo report.
Like watching Sam eat. It's man. It's just that kind of captivating audio. I mean, it's you can only find it at the Woo report.
Yeah. We talk. I talk to the viewers. I do a lot of plugs. I try to fill some air, and then I'm. Eat some food, and then I'm done. Matt Freudenberger likes it. That's what he told me.
He just wants you to cook him some of those steaks that you got at the house. Sam Wu cooks the most steaks I've ever seen in my life. That's the other text message I get from Sam Wu. It's just like 5 T-bones on the grill, like every other day. I'm like, man. We are the youth gone wild, Craig says. All right, well. All right, so we play in Buffalo. Before we go, Sam, do you got any bold predictions? Mine came true last time. I said Kyle Palms, 2 goals. What you got?
If you're playing Buffalo, we're going to expect a lot of whining and complaining from the other side. And the Caps, you know what? I'm going to say this. The Devils are going to sweep the weekend.
Ooh,
and it's going to be overtime against the Caps I'm hoping I'm wrong. I hope they beat the Caps in regulation, but it's going to be overtime against the Caps, and it will be a happy Devils Sunday when we do our normal podcast. That's what I'm predicting.
Okay. My bold, I was gonna say, it'll be super bold. I don't know if it'll work. Okay, well, I'll just say this. I'll say double sweep too, but I'll say Mac Black gets a shutout in one of those games. I was gonna say he shuts out both teams all weekend. That's super bold, but I don't know if that'll happen. But I'll say Mac Black gets a shutout in one of those games.
Yeah. Well, we want to thank everybody watching us tonight. Devils post game. Really appreciate
Come
it.
back Saturday.
We had a ton of people on YouTube Live, a ton of people on Facebook Live, a ton of people on Periscope.
Tell all your friends.
I'm sure somebody watched us on Twitch. But we will drop the podcast at midnight. You can find our podcast at Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, iHeart app, somewhere in India, Audible. We're on Audible for free, and Apple Prime Music.
We're always
as
free.
well.
We're
free.
We're always free.
We're
Yeah.
free.
We
Yeah.
established that last time. Cheapest hockey
Yeah.
day in the world. The Let's Go Devils podcast.
But eventually, we're gonna have a tip jar like we used to. Remember the tip jar? I put it out there.
I think that might have been before my time. And real quick before we go, Matt Junio, I like your idea. I was actually thinking that as well. He's saying Nico comes back this weekend.
Oh,
I like
yes.
I like that bold
Yeah.
prediction. I like that. Bold
Oh,
prediction
that's a
too.
very good prediction. As a matter of fact, I think it's Chris Ryan of NJ.com said that as well.
Mhm.
That he's betting on Nico Hischier coming back.
Damn, I
Maybe
should have said that
at-
instead of the back-to-back shutout. Bah!
But you know what? If you do it again, Vegas is gonna love
Don't
you.
worry.
All right. Well, thank you, everybody. We'll be back. Let's go, Devils.